I'm a little disappointed because I was hoping that there would be more of a backlash against, I suppose, social media. I mean, I like Twitter, um, but I don't want the backlash for Twitter. Let me just say that. But what I do want is for there to be more coverage of this. You know, the mainstream media, ABC, NBC, CBS News, the morning shows. I wanted them to, or you know what? Maybe that's forthcoming. Now that this report is out, maybe that will happen. But I'm not satisfied. I don't want this to just go away. I want there to be some type of repercussions for the people who have tormented the Duchess of Sussex for what, months, years, however long it's been. I want those people held accountable, and I want more action taken against them, because the Sussexes have suffered from people who have hidden identities and multiple accounts over just about every social media platform available, to the point in which you have to ask the question, when does this particular account holder actually sleep at night? So I'm kind of let down by that. I want there to be more. I want this to, I wanted to go further than Earthshot, which means that it only has to be news for about a day or two and then it's done. Well, I want like a week of two. I want this to have the same type of weight of the Oprah Winfrey interview. Now, I know that's wishful thinking, but I want this out there. And I think that we should all share the story from BuzzFeed and from the Sentinel report, so that people will know that this is what's happening, that this is what happened to the Sussexes. This is why poll numbers have been driven down for the Sussexes. Not that that's the only thing that's important, but it is important because it is a matter of the attack on their character and the security issues that are brought about by people who may be a bit fragile and not really able to disconnect the reality from the evil, maniacal messages that they're seeing on social media, these horrible comments. This is a campaign of harassment, and I'm hoping that it will take the investigators from whatever agencies, I hope it will take them to the doorstep of the individual or individuals who may be responsible for this. This is not just a popularity contest. This actually is an issue of safety where the Sussexes are concerned. So I'm just hoping and praying that this is not the end of it. I don't want this story to just die down and die out and just suddenly disappear. We need this story to continue. We need to go forth and share, sign petitions, write letters, whatever it takes to make sure that the people who need to know that this is happening, or need to know that we care that this is happening, we have to make sure that this reaches the right people. I have been very critical of some members of the royal family, and I have just flat out made fun of people, but in no instance did I actually hide myself to do it. So if there is any way that we can keep this ball rolling, then we have to do it. A concentrated set of users drives 70% of the hate content targeting the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. That's 70%. That is what needs to be investigated. Dave Chappelle said that he doesn't really care about Twitter because Twitter's not a real place. But I disagree with him when it comes to that, because even though Twitter is a virtual place, the consequences for someone's life is very real. Even Dave Chappelle has found out the hard way that it has real life consequences that also involves a person's safety and well-being and mental well-being. So Twitter is real. It's a thing. It's here. The cell phone is not going away. Television didn't go away. None of these things that people have said were distractions in life have gone away. They are necessities, they are conveniences, and they are going to stay. In some form or fashion, there is always going to be some type of social media. The rules that govern the social media have to be very similar to that of the same rules that govern television and radio. This harassment campaign is a threat to the well-being of the Sussexes and to Doria. So we cannot have a blind eye to something that is potentially dangerous. This is very different from me comparing the Duke of Cambridge. See, I was doing so good. This is very different from me comparing the Duke of Cambridge to Mitchum Roll-On deodorant. So, when there's people hiding behind their Twitter accounts and other social media, refusing to share their identity, which is fine, but when the things that you say and do can lead to someone's life being threatened, then someone has to step in. Something must be done about it.